Say hello to Denji. He's a 16-year-old boy who needs to sell his organs and fight giant devils in order to afford to live in a rundown shack and eat sliced bread. This is how Chainsaw Man introduces its world to us, a cruel, heartless cacophony where the basics of modern living feel foreign and strange. Denji lives with his devil dog named Puchetta. The two of them eat one slice of white bread and dream of covering it with jam. They have no money, no family, and no one who cares about them, just each other. Every night their stomachs rumble and they shiver from the cold leaking in through the cracks of their rundown shack, every night dreaming of something more. Reading the beginning of Chainsaw Man, I can't help but see it as a reflection of the modern struggles and desperation faced by today's youth and the ever-declining standard of living. With the increase in housing, cost of living, basic pleasures feel like a fantasy. In the news, I constantly hear about the rising cost of housing and food, reminding each and every one of us how hopeless things truly are. In the beginning of Chainsaw Man, we witnessed Denji inherit a crippling debt from his dead dad. Similarly, it feels like as a whole, we have inherited the debt of years of fruitless spending. Due to the mistakes of the past, we have been left with something that feels insurmountable to overcome. Similarly, Denji's debt is something he'll never be able to pay off while maintaining a normal, happy life. The Yakuza constantly threaten him and use him as a means to an end. They don't care if he gets hurt or even dies. As long as he kills devils, they are satisfied. Likewise, people today are in a constant struggle with debt. Student loans, car payments, medical bills. These are all necessary burdens in order to function in modern times. These things control us and leave us locked into a constant cycle of payment, leaving us less time to pursue relationships with others and drift us further away from our passions. Just like Denji, who simply dreams of spreading jam on bread, simple pleasures are only dreams in the ever-increasing struggle to make money and survive. However, Denji is able to go through this every day and hold out hope due to his pet and friend, Puchetta. The two are inseparable together. Their relationship is what allows each of them to struggle on and find meaning in what is a very bleak existence. Even with the debt, the cold, the pain, the hunger, everything that drags them down, it's their bond and aspirations for the future that keep them living day to day. It feels like the author Tatsuki Fujimoto in this first chapter is trying to reflect the modern sentimentality of youth today. The idea that simply living and surviving and pushing through the hardships of life can sometimes feel like the only goal worth holding on to. In a world where the pressures of modern life, rising costs, uncertain futures, and societal expectations often make the pursuit of happiness unattainable, Denji's struggles and small dreams resonate with my generation that's navigating a complex, often overwhelming landscape. Much like Denji, many young people today feel the weight of external pressures. Yet it's the bonds they form with others, whether friends, family, or even pets, that provide the most meaningful connections in their lives. Fujimoto's portrayal of Denji's and Puchetta's relationship captures that quiet, persistent hope that keeps people moving forward despite everything else. In a world that may feel cold and indifferent, simple act of caring for someone or something can be enough to transform an otherwise bleak existence into something worth fighting for. This connection is not just emotional support, but a reminder that even when the world feels overwhelming, the bonds we form with others can give us the strength to keep going. As someone who grew up in the early 2000s, witnessing so much change so fast, it was overwhelming and scary. Much like Denji, I felt helpless in a world that demands more, but gives less in return. I sometimes get that hunger for something more than constant fear, that maybe I'm doing the wrong thing and that my future is just constant banality. However, Chainsaw Man presents hope and love in the darkest and most unexpected places. Puchetta is a devil, the same ones that torment and kill people, but they still became friends, despite the fact they should be enemies. In a world driven by endless goals and the pressure to constantly achieve more, it's easy to lose sight of the small things that make me happy. Denji's story reminds us to appreciate the small moments and cherish the relationships that truly sustain us. Money and success don't last forever, but the memories that we make with others will be eternal.